Hi, I'm Dr. Richard Jermyn, Dean of the Rowan-Virtua School of Osteopathic Medicine. Welcome to Dialogue with the Dean, our podcast series dedicated to highlighting the thought leaders who are advancing the mission of our medical school. Our mission is to foster innovation, elevate excellence in education, and advance transformative healthcare practices. Today, we are thrilled to have Kevin Overbeck, Chair of the Department of Geriatrics and Gerontology and Director of the New Jersey Institute for Successful Aging at Rowan-Virtua School of Osteopathic Medicine. He's also the Program Director for the HRSA-funded Geriatric Workforce Enhancement Project Grant, which aims to improve the health of older adults by training and educating the healthcare workforce. Dr. Overbeck has taken leadership in the development of the geriatric service line at Virtual Health System. Dr. Overbeck is dedicated to geriatric education, clinical instruction, and medical student and postgraduate education. His commitment to excellence has earned him numerous awards, including the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. Welcome, Dr. Overbeck.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
I just want to maybe start, the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. I just feel that is one of the most prestigious awards a physician could win. So I want to congratulate you on that.
Thank you. Yeah, I had my parents in the audience for that. I think that was a big moment for them, for me.
Let me just get started.
Yep.
Just really tell us what an age-friendly health system is and why is it important for an institution to be age-friendly?
Yeah, I'm glad that you led off with that question. An age-friendly health system is a health system that embraces the 4 M's. It's a framework of best practices for older individuals. The 4 M's are what matters to the individual, their mobility, their mentation, and their medications. If every patient encounter through all the different professions of a health system incorporate those 4 M's into their plan, you'll have the best outcomes for those individuals. The patients will be satisfied and they'll be healthier.
So let's look a little bit to the future.
Okay.
All right, so what are some of the most exciting innovations that you're looking at right now for our older population?
I got to tell you, the wearables, I think, is a huge advancement. And I'm wearing one because my patients are wearing them. I started noticing that more and more of my patients were wearing them. They're 85 and older. And I started feeling left behind. And I didn't want to be left behind. What's great about it is it's a device that you wear, and if there was something unexpected, you're able to get help. What's amazing about these is they can sync with your hearing aid, so you won't miss phone calls either. There are other advances with this, including steps, step count, some of the exercise things that you can get from it, but I just think it's at the very beginning of what it's going to be. I think it's going to be more. So the wearables is one. You talked about other innovations. I want to bring up something else. It's almost so routine to us, but the EMR, the electronic medical record, is a huge innovation. It was one of those innovations that I think I underestimated its value. For really all patients, especially those with multiple medical problems, who see multiple specialists, who prescribe multiple different medicines, having an electronic health record that captures all that and integrates all that into one area where doctors can interface with other specialists, it leads to better health outcomes. So that's a major advancement. That is a little bit boring. It's a little bit boring, that my medical record, but it's becoming as important to me for my patients to have a great medical record. It's almost as important as my stethoscope. The information I get from the stethoscope, I'm getting really important information from that electronic record. It keeps me current.
Well, I love, let's stick with technology a little bit.
Yep.
I have an 84-year-old a mother-in-law who's going on 19 and has the watch and everything. But these are only as good as the ability to use them, right? So technology, some of our elderly patients, and from my experience, struggle a little bit with technology. So what is the sweet spot with technology as we age?
don't get left behind. I think that's the best advice I can give to you and to pass along to others is don't get left behind with the technology. I remember my parents gave me this Alexa years ago, and they said, "Look, I never heard of it." So we got it, and they said, "You use it, try it." But that practice with that device has made me more comfortable with dictation, which is part of my everyday workflow now. But I practiced it 10 years ago when I first got the Alexa. Meaning the technology, a lot of it when you get it, the iPhone when I bought it was 2007. Now it's an everyday needed piece of equipment. But it was a novelty when I got it. So the novel things like the watch is extra. It's extra. You don't need it right now. But I'm concerned 10 years from now, you will. And you don't want to learn then how to use it. So what's the advice I would give about technology is do not get left behind. Keep up, keep current, so that when it becomes essential, you already have the skill set to do it.
And I also think technology can also be a great way to decrease people who feel very isolated. And sometimes as we age and we lose people that are close to us, good friends, technology can kind of bridge that gap if some of our patients, to your point, have not been left behind and utilize it. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I even go in the direction of even social media. And what I say is that I have a number of friends that I really feel close to, but I don't see that often. I know what's going on in their lives because I'm connected to them on what they're putting about their family and things. They're really people I care about, but I'm focused on my own family and things, and I'm not able to see that bigger network. I do believe that there'll be a season in my life where I'm going to be reconnecting with some of those individuals, but I do think technology has a way of to defeating that social isolation and loneliness. There's nothing getting over the human touch of being with somebody like I'm with you today. I'm glad that we're not on a Zoom or a WebEx. I'm glad we're in person. I think the connection's different. So valuable. It's not going to be replace that, but it does augment it. It makes the relationships when we do have time together closer because we're keeping up through technology.
So let's talk about your institute for a second. I'm going to go to the name, New Jersey Institute for Successful Aging. So how do we age successfully? I need to know.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, we all do. Even when I joined, I'm not sure I understood it fully, but I've had a lot of time to really think about it and see it in action. First thing is defeating ageism internally. Even the own ideas that you have about your own aging, to realize what's possible and what's actually likely. Because the truth is, Americans are living longer, healthier lives. And so just recognizing that whatever age you are, there's really a long runway ahead of you. There's really potential there, especially with great medicine and healthcare. To age successfully, you all know it, exercise. It's the one thing that you can do to slow down aging. It slows down aging. It doesn't stop you from aging, but it slows down the aging process. Great nutrition. Great nutrition can also slow down aging as well. So making sure that you exercise as part of your routine is like mandatory for survival, just like the meals a day, each meal a day. You got to eat, got to sleep. Exercise is just as important. Those things help you age successfully, help you stay mobile. Get your circulation going. There was a man, he's 103, who told me when I was younger, my heart pumped itself. But now every morning, I got to pump it. And he never missed exercise. Maintaining your mobility, your fitness is a way to slow down aging, and as you age, to age successfully. A couple more things. We talked about social isolation and loneliness. Having a social network is really important. And doing things that have societal value, that have a purpose, that you get up each day knowing that you have a purpose and are contributing to the greater good. Volunteer work can fulfill that role.
I'm intrigued. You talked a little bit about the importance of technology. So now with data analytics and AI being everywhere, where do you see this in trends in the future in your research in the geriatric population?
The best example I can give you is I used to just take care of the patient who was on my schedule and showed up in the office. They were on my schedule and they made it in, and I took care of that individual. Now we talked about the electronic record. The way the information's coming in, we now know there are people that are not on my schedule that should be, and we're reaching out to them. And even better than that, Dr. Jermyn, some of the people that should be on my schedule but can't be, we're going out into the community and we're finding them and we're going to them. And so that was not really possible just a decade ago. It wasn't even possible 5 years ago. But that's the advancement that technology has given us to look at population health. Where do we need to be? Where are we? Where do we need to be? And then also measuring how we're performing. You know, people say I'm doing a good job, but am I? Are my patients healthier? I need to know. I need to know if the work I'm doing matters. Matters to me. Does it matter to patients? I need to know. So the technology, the way that it's analyzed, the data is helping us make sure that we're deploying resources to the people that need it most.
You know, I'm enamored by what you do. A little secret, when I started here, I started in New Jersey Institute for Successful Aging. It was a different name.
Okay.
And then we branched out, you know, into our own department. So I will always have a special heart for NJSA and the work that you do. So I want to thank you for what you do. And you're training medical students, you're training PAs, you're training nurses, researchers. And I just feel that I feel safe as I age, knowing that you all exist. So I want to thank you for that. I also want to thank our viewers for tuning in once again to hear about these great thought leaders who move our mission forward. I'll see you next month. Thank you.